everybody, this is my 25 power level Khorne Daemon army that some of you might have seen me painting some of them on small painting videos. So I'll start off with one of the characters, and that's Khorne. And because he's a character, when it comes to Crusade, he cannot suffer battle scars, but he cannot be promoted, cannot benefit from experience either. So it's a good character to just throw at the enemy because it doesn't matter if he dies. Good thing about Khorne is he's got a brass collar of bloody vengeance, which allows me to nullify or attempt to deny 2 psychic powers. Trouble being is, Jason's armies don't have any psychics in them at the moment, and mine do, so this will come into play when it fights the Nids and the Eldari. Also, Khorne has Prey of the Blood God. So after the armies are both set up, this flesh hound of all can pick a character and you get to add +1 to hit and to wound rolls. So that's not too bad. Hopefully we'll hunt down some of the characters. So if Khorne is attacking a character, in on 2s, wounded on 2s, -2 save, and it's a damage 2. So that's not too bad at all. Okay, my next character, and this will be the Warlord for the 25 power level rating games, and probably the Warlord for quite a few if I keep winning games and going up the power levels. Got to think of a name. I thought of Nagash, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, what I've done is I've spent 2 requisition on this guy. He's a Bloodmaster, and I've nicked him from the Bloodthrone model. So what I've done now is I've given him the Warlord trait Immense Power, which gives him +1 strength, and I've also given him a Hell Forged artifact. Sorry, just keep looking over to my right where I've got my notes, and that is Aragath, the King of Swords, and that gives him +1 strength as well, and it's a -4 to save. So with a Khorne trait that they all get is unstoppable, spit it out Rich, ferocity, which gives them +1 strength to all melee weapons, whether they're charge, or do an heroic intervention. So on the first round of combat, with his artifact, his Warlord trait, and the unstoppable ferocity, he's strength 8. And if I can get the artifact in the Crusade games, which is, just looking at my notes, Frenzy Injector, basically gives him an extra +1 strength, so he'd have a strength 9, which is great. You imagine him cleaving through everything. So like I said, 2 requisition points to give him a Warlord trait and a relic. Okay, because it's 25 power level rating games, we got to field a patrol detachment. So patrol detachment means you've got to have at least 1 troop choice. And there it is, 1 big unit of 20 bloodletters. Now the beauty of having 20 of them is they can have Murderous Tide, which means as long as there's 20 of them, they get +1 to hit. So these things, when they charge, will be hitting on a 2+. They get an extra attack, so that'd be 40 attacks, hitting on 2+, plus they get the unstoppable ferocity, which gives them a strength 6. So, strength 5. So they'll be wounded most things on a 3+. Their Hellblades are -3 damage 1, but this is the best bit. If I roll any 6s to wound, it's damage 2. So that's -3, potential damage 2. That's a Primaris Marine gone in a 1er. So that's quite cool. I've got a banner, which or dynamic icon, which means if I roll a 1 for my morale checks, D6 bloodletters will come back. I've also got a horn, which is there, and that allows me that beautiful +1 to my advance and charge rolls. And also, if my Bloodmaster, which you've just seen, is right next to him, they get to re-roll their charges as well. How cool is that? That's not the best bit. I'm going to have spend a stratagem to put them in the warp with a banner of blood, which gives me a 3d6 charge. So when these things turn up, hopefully they're hit hard. Might be what everybody calls a glass hammer scenario: hit hard and then can't take any hits back. But we'll have to see what happens to him. But this is one of at least 3 squads I want. Well, I know you know these because I've done a painting video on them. Blood Crushers. Eventually, I want to get a big unit. You can have a big blob of 12. I don't know if that'd be overkill or not. But I'd look to possibly get 2 blobs of 6, potentially. They'll all come with a dynamic instrument. Gives it that initial or much love +1 to the charge. And they'll all come with a dynamic icon. So on the roll of a 1, I get 1 Blood Crusher come back. Now, there was an FAQ on the Unstoppable Ferocity where it does say, in the codex it says models, but it does say melee weapons, which is really important because when a Blood Crusher charges, the Juggernaut's Horn is done at +2 strength, but with Unstoppable Ferocity, that makes it +3, so they'll be hitting with strength 8, which is great. And they're only -1, so most Marines should be alright from that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a few more of them. Okay, my last unit to do my 25 power level rating Khorne army is the Fleshhounds. Now, I kind of hope these will become one of my favourite units, and I do want to, pun intended, flesh them out to at least a 10-man, maybe even a 15-man, is that the right word? 15 beast unit. Because with a move of 10 inches, they can just be across the board in no time at all. And if Khorne is near them, they get to reroll the charges, but in 2 moves, they'll be about a couple of inches away from the enemies. And with the amount of attacks they got, yes, they don't hit as hard as Bloodletter. In fact, just let me pause this a second, I'll get the page up. Yeah, so they don't hit as hard as Blood Crushers. They're only I say, user strength, so strength 4, 5 on a charge. They got 3 attacks, though, which is quite nice, nasty, and it's -1, damage 1, and of course they get to attempt to deny a psychic power. So against my Eldari and my Nids, these and Khorne will really suppress the psychics, which will be an absolute nightmare for me. But yeah, I think they're a great little waste of units, just thrown towards the enemy, big blobs of them. So I want to get another few of these. So there you go. That is my complete 25 power level rating army. Let's see what the flesh tearers can do with that. So you think you can tear flesh? Well, I'm coming to get you. See you soon, guys.